independent variable in a horizontal or x-axis. And then these are the two lines roughly. And this is the y-intercept. When the line intersects that y-axis here, this is going to be 110. If this line intersects that y-axis, it's going to be 97. And then you have the slope, as you see, the slope for male is a little bit more than female. In other words, the rate of increase in systolic blood pressure among male is a little bit higher than female. All right. So that's we were able to generate these two equations, one for male, the other for female. Now we can do this. We can come up with the same equation, actually identical equation, but by running only one regression. In other words, regression one time, and this is happen, or this can occur by using a dummy variable. I'll show you how this is accomplished. Go back to the SPSS data set. Here is a gender is a nominal variable, has only two categories. We can come up with a dummy variable to represent this variable gender, which has only value of 1 or 0. So in order to do that, I click at the top, transform, recode into different variables. Then I click highlight gender, move it to the right. I have to come up with a new name for that dummy variable. I call it sex this time, sex, and then click change. So you have gender, arrow, sex, and then click on add and new values. So here in the old value, I type capital F. The new value becomes 1. I'm sorry, is capital. We use 0. The reason we do F because F in alphabetic is F prior to M. That's some computer program puts 0, 1, and some do it the other way. But as long as there are two distinct values, 0, 1 is fine, and also you know which one is which. So you have F female and 0, and then click add, and then capital M and 1. And then add, and then click continue, and then click OK. You see this new column shows up here. That's only this column only consists of 1 or 0. We're going to get rid of these, eliminate these two decimal places, and move the variable into center like these three other variables. So in order to do that, I click on variable view. You see you have the variable sex in variable number 4. Now in the this decimal column, I go make it 0 here. Just this arrow up and down. You can make it up and up. The lowest is 0. We don't need any decimal for the dummy variable. Only has two values of 0 or 1. I click on here is center. Make it center. And always a dummy variable is a nominal variable. One other thing we can do here is helpful in the value column. I click on that and I click it again. This dialog box shows up. Here I put, for value, I put 0. And that refers to female. And then click add. And then 1 male. And then click add. And then click OK. So you have this shows up in the value. Actually here, if I double click and then for the gender, you see I have F equal female, M equal male. And then you can say cancel or double click here. You have 0 female, 1 male. Cancel. So again, this is a dummy variable. All right, sex is dummy variable. Now, if go back to the data view, you see it looks very good, nice. You have all the 1 or 0. 1 is for male and 0 for female. Now, in order to have that run one regression and find the regression equation for male and female, we need another term, and that term is a regression, is a interaction between age and sex. Interaction between that continuous variable age and this dummy variable sex. The reason for that, if you go to the notes here, I write that single equation model. This is a single equation model we're talking about. In that model, in that equation model, you see Y stands for systolic blood pressure. So here EY means average systolic blood pressure equals that constant. And then this is age. X1 stands for age, and this is a slope for the age. And X2 stands for sex. X2 is a dummy variable, has only value of the 1 or 0. And then you have X1, X2, which is the interaction. It's the product of the two is interaction. And then this is the coefficient of that interaction. Now, by just looking at this equation, I can come up with the two equations, separate equation, one for male and one for female, as long as I insert the value of that dummy variable into equation